I really love too how this is showcasing a more modern version of beauty. Not that I don't love the 80s glamazons like Cindy Crawford. George Michael's music video comes to mind where he had all the glamazons in there. Not that I don't love that era, but also like every generation has slightly different ideas of beauty, and Doja Cat to me is absolutely gorgeous, and all the women that they've had in here. So let's keep watching. I love that telephone like voiceover that they put on there. It sounded like a message that somebody left somebody like on one of those old school phones. Sounds so good. One artist that I also really loved, who interestingly I believe also has like Jewish ancestry in it, in him, is Drake, because his first album, what song was it? There was a few songs, but there was one, man, I'll insert it right here, but he also put it like, if I could find it, I'll insert a clip of it right here, but he also used a voiceover in that. Marvin's Room.
Yeah, okay. Did I go out? Yeah, I want to kind of look like. Are you drunk right now?
That's the song that I'm thinking of. And I love when artists, especially R&B or rap or hip hop artists, can do that. Dang, Christian Louboutins. That's my mom's brand of shoe. She's probably as bougie as Doja Cat. But I like how Doja Cat still has her old school street like self and twang that she probably had way back in her like old school YouTuber days when she was just on her own and she didn't have a whole team. Hey, what's up you guys? It's me Tristan and welcome back to another daily reaction video. As promised you guys, I got another Doja Cat pop culture review and reaction for you all. And today we're going to be reacting to her new song, Gorgeous, which created an 80s beauty commercial aesthetic for the music video. You guys already know I love 80s aesthetic. I love 80s movies, especially because my parents grew up on all those classic 80s films. We reviewed Mariah the Scientist's new album. Her songs Rainy Days and Sacrifice had a lot of 80s synth pop vibes. Sacrifice specifically sounds a lot like Purple Rain and Justin Timberlake's Until the End of Time. So make sure you guys go check out my Mariah the Scientist reactions. And yeah, if you guys love 80s films too, I did make an 80s film tribute, including a lot of the films I grew up on and maybe even like some later early 90s films, but they had scenes in the 80s. So make sure you guys check that out. A little bit more about Gorgeous. Doja Cat's mom actually makes a cameo in the music video, which I think is really cool. It makes me almost wonder if her mom had a big influence on her upbringing and her 80s aesthetic and sound that she's had all up in this album, because I know my parents have definitely influenced me in that direction. A little bit about Doja Cat's mother, if you guys want to know. Deborah Sawyer is a quote. This is what Google says: hippie from the 60s. So she's a painter, a clothing designer, a graphic designer, and she supported Doja Cat's passion for the arts by enrolling her in a performing arts school and encouraging her involvement in dance. Sawyer is also a lover of music, particularly hip hop, a passion she passed on to her daughter. And I think that's very apparent, especially in a lot of Doja Cat's music and just the things that she does. Furthermore, Doja Cat is of mixed heritage, so this appears a lot in her art, which I think is really cool because America is such a melting pot. So Deborah Sawyer is Jewish American, and then her father, Dumisani, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is a South African performer of Zulu descent. Deborah Sawyer raised Doja Cat and her brother Rahman, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that name too, as a single mother after her relationship with Doja Cat's father ended. So shout out to her, shout out to all the single moms. Clearly Doja Cat came out great. She's like killing it, and I think her career, especially in the music industry and the arts and anything she does, is probably going to be lasting for a very long time, especially knowing that her mom was involved in all those things, and her dad too. But I mean, she was mostly raised by her mom. At least that's what I found on Google. If I said anything incorrectly, please correct me and I could like make a follow-up or correct myself in a future video. So a little bit more about the Doja Cat official video. The music video and aesthetics, as I've said, it's going to be an 80s beauty commercial, and Doja Cat conceptualized Gorgeous as an homage to 80s beauties commercials, and I really miss those types of commercials. They had such a distinct look and sound to them. So Doja Cat mentions brands like Tresemmé and Herbal Essences, complete with underlying saxophone solo for the area's ambiance. The video's aim is to capture the style of those old commercials that I've mentioned, where product and makeup would explode across the screen. So I can't wait to see some explosions. Again, guest appearances include Doja Cat's mother, which I think is so sick, and then lyrical and stylistic references. Attention reference. Doja Cat begins the first verse with "Look at me, really look at me," which directly references the opening line of her song Attention from her 2023 album Scarlet. Beauty and centric lyrics. While the video pays tribute to 80s beauty commercials, the lyrics incorporate modern beauty terms like M-sculpt, which I think is funny, creating a blend of past and present. If I'm not mistaken, M-sculpt, is that like a plastic surgery or dermatology term? For those of you guys that want to know, I did go to Johns Hopkins School of Medicine for 2 years. I was at UCLA studying molecular cell and developmental biology, but some of my best experiences ever was some of my work experiences, intern experiences that I actually did at a plastic surgery clinic for a very long time. So M-sculpt and M-sculpt Neo are non-invasive treatments that use high-intensity focus electromagnetic energy to build muscle and reduce fat, which I think is really cool. Some of the research that I used to do at the plastic surgery clinic that I used to intern at was trying to see if there are like synergistic effects between all kinds of different types of high energy treatments, such as these, to improve skin laxity, skin texture, aesthetics, all that. So that's pretty cool that Doja Cat's including that in her music video. Shout out to the medical beauty industry too, I guess. That's pretty nice. All right, you guys, with that, before we start this reaction, as always, make sure you guys join that 100% free VIP email list. You can find that linked in the description down below. I release new streetwear fashion items about 1 to 2 times a week. And the best way that you guys could avoid the best-selling products being sold out on you by the time you guys see them on my Instagram store, on my YouTube channel, or on my TristanHuntCI.com website is by joining that email list. I take care of the rest of the work. I send you emails when we drop new streetwear fashion items about 1 to 2 times a week. But again, keep an eye on those emails because sometimes things sell out within seconds to minutes. So make sure you guys join that email list. Let me know what else you guys want to see in my shop. And with that, let's start finally reacting to Doja Cat's Gorgeous, the official music video. I could already tell I'm gonna love this. I forget which music producer said it, but there was somebody that said you're gonna know if you're gonna love a song within the first 3 to 5 seconds, and I absolutely believe that. This is for sure gonna be on my playlist. This definitely makes me feel like I'm watching an old school 80s commercial on one of those old TVs at my grandma's house in LA. I love this outfit. Doja Cat is so good at fusing classic beauty with modern sexyness, because that sweater is definitely like old money type of material that you would buy, but then she got her gorgeous like breasts out there, so I like it. It looks good. I'm like 150 billion% don't swing that way, so I hope you guys know I'm strictly saying that from an aesthetic standpoint. Even when we sit in the dark, at the soul of your eyes, even know it ain't even really your fault being so beautiful. It's a crime to I love this. Can Doja Cat release a makeup line that I'm never gonna buy, but I hope that she still makes one? Like, this is so, so nice. I mean, unless I have a daughter someday, then I'll probably buy it for her, but this is really, really pretty. This whole thing, you made an 80s commercial. I feel like it'd be kind of a miss, at least on the financial business aspect, to not put some makeup on your website or something. I love that telephone like voiceover that they put on there. It sounded like a message that somebody left somebody like on one of those old school phones. Sounds so good. One artist that I also really loved, who interestingly I believe also has like Jewish ancestry in it, in him, is Drake, because his first album, what song was it? There was a few songs, but there was one, Marvin's Room. That's the song that I'm thinking of. And I love when artists, especially R&B or rap or hip hop artists, can do that.
Oh my God, how bad is he paying me for all this time? You and no one, and I'm happy with you.
I really love too how this is showcasing a more modern version of beauty. Not that I don't love the 80s glamazons like Cindy Crawford. George Michael's music video comes to mind where he had all the glamazons in there. Not that I don't love that era, but also like every generation has slightly different ideas of beauty, and Doja Cat to me is absolutely gorgeous, and all the women that they've had in here. So let's keep watching.
Look at me, really look. Yeah, they going to book at me. Loaded the magazine.
Wow, all these girls are super, super pretty, especially the one on the end, like with the really dark hair. I love the red hair one too, but the really, really dark hair is super beautiful. Like her facially, her lips, that is actually her. She is like Naomi Campbell type gorgeous, and probably would fit right in with the glamazons. So Doja Cat has all different kinds of beauty in here, which I think is really nice. I've seen that model on Instagram and stuff, but I cannot remember her name. So if you guys know her name, comment it down below. The one with the dark hair I was talking about. That was really pretty, the girl with the hijab. So my mom is Indonesian Chinese, but we also have family members that are fully Indonesian. And so the hijab is just like a part of their culture and aesthetic. The Muslims in my family are super chill. Like they definitely love to have a drink. They definitely own dogs. Like they were very, very Americanized. But when they did move back to Indonesia, like right before the pandemic started or ended, like they have the hijab in their fashion. So I think it's really pretty. Let's keep watching.
My family, I don't need to break it. She got some ass. Beautiful baby, but you got more than that. Talk to me about the zillions. You wanted to kill him.
I'm never gonna get waxed like that. I heard it hurts, but luckily, for some reason, I feel like I seem to grow hair and then be hairless in all the right places. So I was really blessed with that. Not that I still don't have to self-care or groom, but waxing sounds super painful.
You walking around like you wanting to, like you want some beautiful children. If they wasn't grilling before, when we hit the floor, it's a crime to impose. They taking pictures of me, so right to be yours. In the dark, I feel the prettiest that your eyes even know.
I love Doja Cat's entire 80s outfit, her 80s inspired curly big hair. My aunts, and I like to attribute it to like they're half white and half Mexican, and so is my dad. So they always had these really, really naturally like huge black curly hair. And so growing up, girls would always just ask them like, did you get a perm like in the 80s? Like, where'd you perm that? Like, how'd you get it like that? And they just be like, well, if I don't put gel in it. It's just gonna be a big giant puff ball. Like they weren't doing anything to it. So I think it's really nice to see that hairstyle because hair definitely is a part of my family history and experiences.
It ain't even really your fault, it's so beautiful. It's a crime.
I love Doja Cat's straight hair too. And man, I think it's because I'm so mixed. Growing up, I actually had pretty decent, straightish, wavy hair that would somewhat fall down. But when I hit puberty, it was even curlier than this. And I had no idea what to do with it. Like, so kinky. So I went to, what was it? I went to the salon like every 3 to 2 weeks and I would get that crap straightened out so that it would look more like this. But I don't miss that. Nah, let's keep watching. Dang, Christian Louboutins. That's my mom's brand of shoe. She's probably as bougie as Doja Cat. But I like how Doja Cat still has her old school street like self and twang that she probably had way back in her like old school YouTuber days when she was just on her own and she didn't have a whole team.
With no close friends, all that hair raw, with an M sculpt, she's inspired by hair raw, and she lasered, and she thank God she wanna be chic when it's.
That was that M Sculpt line. Shout out to all the medical beauty businesses out there, plastic surgeons, dermatologists, all the other ones. It's very, very difficult. Like, business and medicine are two separate skills. So anybody that could execute a business, I'm always very impressed.
There you go with that smile again. She won't be the college in. Oh, now you unbotched again. Yes, they toxic. You getting showered and compliments.
I loved that choreography with the zebra outfit and the zebra gloves.
You feeling power, but not within. Got myself to appeal to. Judging me, but ain't all of them. They gon' be really mad.
That's so pretty. The pink outfit might be my favorite one in this video. I wore some salmonish pink today too.
It's a crime to be gorgeous. Pictures of me in it's even when we sit in the dark that you ever saw.
I'm getting so excited for the next music videos Doja Cat drops now.
Eyes and come open. We make a killing, being so beautiful.
That's Adriana Lima, right? She still looks really, really good. I still remember her in her Sports Illustrated days. Or not Adriana Lima or Arina Shayk. That's who the Sports Illustrated model is. But this is Adriana, not Irina, right? I don't know. They flash the faces real quick. Let's keep watching. Alright, you guys, that was my reaction to Doja Cat's gorgeous music video. Overall, I loved it. I loved more of the 80s sound and aesthetics in this. I thought all the models looked good, and I love the 80s commercial, like the beauty style commercial. Before we leave today, again, join that email list linked in the description down below. Pick out some clothes, pick out some comics, and I'll see you guys in my next one.